Welcome to Passionpreneur TV. I am your host, Adara Angelucci, and this series is all about supporting local entrepreneurs in your community that love what they do. The reason I'm so passionate about this is because I genuinely love what I do, and I believe everybody can do what they love. So I hope this series sparks an interest in you in two ways. One is to go out in your local community and support an entrepreneur. You know, where you live can be where you shop and where you play. That's how we build community. And number two, maybe you have a business idea or something that you think you'd really love to try. Well, I hope these people in this series inspire you to go after your dreams. I'm Adara, and I dare you to be different. Hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to another episode of Passionpreneur TV. Today we're on location at Milano Coffee Roasters. I am so excited to be here. This is the best cup of coffee I've ever had. I'm here with Linda and Brian Turko. So you have a very unique approach to coffee. You've amalgamated the old Italian way with new West Coast. So explain to me how that happened.
Well, you know what? It's really interesting. The West Coast is the birthplace of Canadian or North American coffee culture. This is an Italian coffee tradition, espresso. Without Italian coffee tradition, 3 generations, you wouldn't have the present coffee culture. Here in the West Coast, drink regular conventional coffee, pour over, Melita, coffee machine. The Italians, everything is espresso. So I think there was that amalgamation of, gee whiz, this is strong. Your taste buds are tantalized with a great balance of proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and it brands your sensorial perspective. It excites the palate. It takes things from this side of your brain and puts them in your frontal lobe, which is pleasure.
Francesco Chiaratello, the original owner of Milano Coffee, came to North America around 1981 to actually consult for Howard Schultz. And when he came to Seattle, he saw just the dire state of coffee in North America, and he decided to build his business in Vancouver. We were kind of coffee geeks, so we would always go and try to find different roasters around town and in Seattle as well. And one day, Brian discovered Francesco, and it just changed everything for us. We had never, ever tasted coffee that was that good before. Eventually, opened our own cafe on Commercial Drive, and a huge part of that reason was to showcase his coffee. 5 years after that, Francesco told us that he was making a plan to move back to Italy, and that he wanted us to take over his company. He had mentored Brian up to this point. They were like 2 peas in a pod, always talking coffee. He knew that we would nurture it, take care of it, grow it, and Francesco literally taught him everything that he knew.
And how many locations are there now?
We started with the one on Commercial Drive, and when we took over the roasting company, shortly after that we built a cafe within the roastery. 3 years ago, we built our flagship down in Gastown, Milano Gastown store, which is awesome. And we've got our first licensed cafe on Denman Street.
I'm really curious to hear all about the coffee process.
But what we're doing here is we're maintaining a tradition, a practice, a study. But when we say tradition, we're talking innovation. This is 100 years. We here are presenting espresso in the purest form. We're masters at the art of fusing coffees. It takes thousands of combinations, 10 years to perfect one blend. My Futura was the first one that I perfected, and really you got to be honest with yourself and learn it. That's why we went into these international competitions, because you want to know where you stand in world class.
Of which you've won many, so do you want to talk a little bit about that?
We have. In 2012, we entered a competition with the International Institute of Coffee Tasters, headed by Luigi Odello in Brescia, Italy, all run by experts at tastings and sensory analysis. So they have 26 people doing blind taste test, and with that we won a gold medal for our La Fattura. In 2013 we decided to enter again. It was hosted in Tokyo, Japan. We actually entered 4, won 3 gold medals. We won for our Nuovo, Michelle Royale, and our Lucky 13.
Explain the difference between a single origin and an espresso.
All coffees are single origins. They either come from, Ethiopia, Brazil, wherever. But what espresso is, it's reliant on a combination. And the best way to explain it would be like, we could see a great soloist, a great violin soloist. It's a beautiful thing, but actually when you write for an orchestra, you're writing the parts for the violinist, you're writing the parts for the timbales, for the cello, for the guitar, the bass. So espresso building is getting an amalgamation, a magical combination of great players playing at their fullest in harmony with each other, creating a composition.
And how did you get into it? When did you know that you had a passion for coffee?
I didn't drink coffee growing up. I did not like coffee. I thought, if coffee tastes like the coffee my parents drink, it's terrible. And just out of high school, I went to Europe. And it was there that I discovered that not all coffee is created equally. And it just opened up a whole new world of coffee to me and what it actually tasted like.
But I found it just because it's an organic, my tipping point is I'm born and raised in Little Italy, East Vancouver, where that was the only area where there was coffee bars and Italian, because it was called Little Italy. So that's how I discovered it, and it was social. Hey, where can you go hang around for 4 hours, and back then for $4? My folks came from Europe. I'm Ukrainian, brought up in an Italian neighborhood. Francesco said, Brian, espressos are much like a Canada. Many different cultures from around the world, different characters, living together in harmony.
Thank you, Linda and Brian. It's been a pleasure being here. I can tell you're so passionate about what you do because I can taste it in every cup. If you are a passionpreneur and you would like to come on our show, please drop us a line. Otherwise, I encourage you to follow in your own heart's desire. And I'm Adara, and I dare you to be different. Today on Passionpreneur TV, I'm excited to introduce Tracey from Voila Lash Lounge, who we visited recently to shoot a promotional video. We had a blast, and my friend Judy was the lucky volunteer to have her lashes done. It's already been 4 weeks since they were applied, and she is still loving them. It's a gentle, easy process to have them put on, and you are ready to go. All you need to do is apply a little lipstick. Tracey and her team are fun and fantastic at their job, giving you lashes in a flash that last. Tracey is a real go-getter. This gorgeous entrepreneur was telling me she loves to yoga paddleboard at Cultus Lake, which I must try. Visit voilalashlounge.com to book your appointment online and give your eyes the wow factor. I hear the boys love them. I'm Adara, and I dare ya to be different. And we're live in 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Adara with Passionpreneur TV, and today I have a very special passionpreneur named Madison, who has created the one and only Zippiez. Hi, Madison.
Hi.
I'm so excited you're here. I adore that you have come up with this idea. How did you come up with a zippy?
Well, I was opening my lunch kit and my zipper accessory broke, and I was just thinking, and I just said, well, I could make my own at home quickly. And so when I got back to school the next day, there was this entrepreneur show going on. It's called the Entrepreneur Project. And so our class was doing it, and I came up with these wonderful zippies to sell.
And how many different varieties are there? There's lots, right?
There's lots of different charms and beads.
Very neat. And so the idea is that this elastic piece hooks around your zipper.
Yes.
So that you can like pull it up better so it wouldn't break. Mm-hmm. You got them on your lunch boxes now and on our jackets. And have you seen anybody else put them anywhere else that has?
Suitcases.
Suitcases. Yeah, you can tell your suitcase easy when the luggage comes out of the round rolly thing. Cool. Okay. What are you selling these for?
$5 each, and $1 of every purchase goes to BC Children's Hospital.
Excellent. Can you buy these online?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. And you do shows though sometimes too. That's where I
Yes.
first met you, is at one of my shows. And did you do well that day?
Yes.
Good.
I'm following the footsteps of Fritos. I look up to her, so.
Very cool. Excellent. Do you look up to me? Not yet, but you will. Maybe
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's fine.
I want it to go very far, but I have big dreams, so.
Excellent. You wanted to be a doctor. I got that part. No, a dentist.
A dentist. I want to be an actress. I want to be in the Nutcracker.
Oh, excellent.
Lots of other things.
Very
Yeah.
cool. And an entrepreneur? Would you like to
Yes.
keep doing your own
Oh, yes.
business?
Yeah.
Okay. And what else would you like to sell? Have you thought about anything else that you were like, ooh, I want to sell that, or I'd like to make that?
This is good.
This is good right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. With this and school and dancing and dentistry and the Nutcracker, it gets to be quite a hectic schedule, doesn't it, Madison? Well, I'm so happy you came on the Passionpreneur Show.
Yes.
I hope you inspire other young entrepreneurs to follow their dreams. If you'd like to be on the show, please drop us a line. Otherwise, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss an episode. Follow Madison at zippiez.com. I inspire you to follow in your own heart's desire. And I'm Adara. And I dare you to be different. 5.